The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. 2nd and 10. Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Spears to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Murray. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And here's a give to Spears. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. To be the offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Incredibly tough of a shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here we go with Williams. There he goes left side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. I thought they might try the sneak, but what they had planned turned out much better.
It certainly did, and let's face it, when you run the sneak there, that's probably the better percentage play to pick up the 1st down. But if you have confidence in your offensive line that you won't allow any breakthroughs by the defensive front, you run what they did there. Let the big guy take the football who runs it a little bit better and pick up the yardage.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble on second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's Spears on second down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling a game there with Spears from a third and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And not enough on the third. That's how it is. It's incomplete.
That play looked right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back. On the screen attempt, it falls incomplete.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start at a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Eagles at 13-2 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 37. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. And good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Flush to his right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Julian Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, the Cards call on Matt Hawk to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Penny running right. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is caught. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Murray now to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Now Murray. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Moore, the man in motion. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Moore, the motion man. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew.
He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Spears is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. On the toss, it's Spears. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeout combined touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open. Couldn't get to him. It's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That's caught by Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cardinals 6.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They can re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback during this half.
Well, the passing leaders are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now he's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking downfield for Jones. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Pushing his way through. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a two-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Hurts. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. The Spears with another carry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyjae Spears, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Penny up the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On second down, here's Penny. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Complete to Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
Hand off to Spears. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Brandon Graham able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
And this dominant defensive performance continued. This poor quarterback and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw, it's Murray. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nolan Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. These guys will take a 10-point lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 55 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Hurts. To Jefferson on the slant. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go play action with Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. Now there's a 3-score lead now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Take it home, boys. We got this.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So Flying Eagles fly. It's a victory